Ji, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to the class of mathematics. So this is grade 11 sitting here right now, and today we have decided to discuss the topic of kinematics with you guys. So without wasting our time, we'll move forward to the exercise, and I've already requested everyone to please sit with your complete um, things like a copy, a pencil, and a calculator. That is compulsory for you guys. If you look at this exercise, the first question starts with the conversion. Basically, what are we going to do today? We are going to start the topic of kinematics. So over here, I'm writing kinematics. Kinematics is basically a branch of physics. It's a branch of physics in which we deal with time, distance, acceleration, retardation, and last but not the least, speed. When we discuss about distance, time, acceleration, retardation, you already have discussed these topics. As you know, the formula of speed is distance upon time. This is the universal formula. Speed is equals to distance over time. Now, in this particular question, or in this particular formula, you can see that speed is equals to distance over time. Some of the times is the examiner asks for speed, and sometimes he asks for average speed. So we write the formula as like total distances upon total time taken. Yani कि average speed means you covered some distance in different spans of time. Like today you wake up and you are getting ready for the school. As soon as you reach the school, you have reached the school with some speed, and you have traveled some distance, and you particularly have taken some time for it. Then after school, you go to your grandmother's house. From there, you go to Nahid supermarket, and then on the way back, you went to your uncle's house, and then ultimately you go for your house. So over here, it means we are talking about average speed because you stopped at different positions and you covered the distances. So average speed means your speed was not the same. Some of the time you were rushing towards like you felt like there is a lot of traffic jam on the road. So for night supermarket, you took some shortcuts and rushed towards it. And then after you took the things, then you rushed to your uncle's house, and then you sat over there, and then you slowly, gradually came back to your house. So this is known as average speed when so many distances are there. So for average speed, we always add all the distances together and all the times together, and then we divide them. So this is the basic difference between speed and average speed. So we are going to deal with some distance, time, acceleration. For the acceleration means when you accelerate, the position becomes this. The positions become this, and now you can see it very clearly. When the position is this, you are talking about acceleration, but basically we look at as the gradient, as the slope. So over here for acceleration, you will be writing the same formula to find out the acceleration, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. If this point is B and this is x2 comma y2, and this is point A, which is x1 comma y1, you accelerated towards B. So it means the acceleration can be found out like the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Don't worry, the things will be given to you, the numbers will be mentioned, and you need to find out the area, the acceleration, which is basically the slope. So the opposite of acceleration is retardation. This retardation. This is denoted in minus A. When minus A is mentioned, you will come to know that they are talking about retardation, but the formula becomes the same. Retardation means you are at this point and now you retard yourself in order to come to rest. So it does not matter whether you write it as x1, y1 and this point as x2, y2. It does not matter. But the negative value is going to tell you that you took out the retardation, though you cannot write it in the negative value. You will write this minus A as this, or some of the time, some of the books, they have mentioned this minus A as D. It means deceleration. So acceleration is the same formula, and for deceleration, the formula is the same, but the negative value is going to tell you that the things were decelerated. Any confusion still here? G, no confusion. Okay.
No,
The
sir.
rest of the students who are sitting over here, I would like you to please answer the questions. Don't sit like a dummy. Okay? If you cannot take the class, you are more than welcome to leave the class right now, as this is the recorded session. So I want my students to participate well. If you are still sleeping, you can leave the class and enjoy your sleep. If you think that teacher is going to run after us, you are daydreaming. So this is kinematics. So now we come back to the start, the exercise, and over here, this is the exercise now in front of you. So for the very first questions, these two questions are very easy, and you need to convert the following speeds into kilometer per hour. Basically, question number one says the speeds are mentioned when meter per second or kilometer per hour is mentioned. You automatically will understand that they are talking about speeds. The universal, the SI unit for speed is meter per second. SI unit means worldwide. Meter per second is used when we talk about speed. Over here, our speedometers show kilometer per hour as well, some of the cars. So we talk about it in kilometer per hour as well. And now we'll start with this question. Question number one. I'm going to take this question from here and I'm going to paste it over here. This is it. So convert the following speeds into kilometer per hour. So the formula is very easy. If you have been given something in kilometer per hour and you need to convert it into meter per second, then the things are very easy. You just need to multiply it by 1000 and divide it by 3600. Why do we do it? Because kilometer when changes to meter, when simply kilometer changes to meter, so we multiply it by 1000. A bigger unit when converts into a smaller unit, always multiplication takes place. So this is multiplied by 1000. An hour when it comes to seconds. So hour first will go to minute and then will go to second. So hour when goes to minute, it is multiplied by 60, and minutes when it changes to seconds, it is multiplied by 60. So 60 into 60 is 3600. This is the general formula over here. So hour into second and you will multiply it by 3600. So over here, when kilometer changes to meter and hour changes to second, so you write it like multiply by 1000 and divided by 3600. So this is the same thing which I've written over here. Now, if the thing goes vice versa, like meter per second changes to kilometer per hour, changes to kilometer per hour. The things are simple. Multiply by 3600 and divided by 1000. This is the formula. So kilometer per hour when changes to meter per second is multiplying by 1000 divided by 3600, where meter per second when changes to kilometer per hour, it is always multiplying by 3600 and divided by 1000. So the students in my class, I want these four questions right now. Please do them and tell me the answers. Come on, hurry up, your time starts now. You can upload your answers in the chat box. A, B, C, D. If you don't want to say it over here right now. So for your reference, I have done a question myself.
Sir,
See, I've
D
got
part
answers from D is the same. A into 3600 divided by 1000. And in terms of A, your answer will be there.
okay, sir.
Hmm. Very nice. Shabash. So I've got answers from Ammar and Shehbaz. Very nice. I'm waiting for the rest of the students. And again, I'm telling you, if you feel like you cannot take the class, so you can leave it. Soha, I've got answers from Soha as well. Perfect. Shabash. Ammar, Shehbaz, and Soha, I'm so proud of you. Shabash. Maheen, I've got answers from Maheen as well with the units. That's great. Shabash. Now, in the meantime, when the other students are posting their answers, let us go to this question number 2. Convert the following speeds into meter per second. Now, your question is this. So I am going to take this question over there. And then you guys will solve it and will tell me the answers of it. Yeah. Convert the following speeds into meter per second. So I've got answers of question number 1 from Ammar, Shehbaz, Soha, and Maheen. Waiting for the rest of you. Those who are still sitting without copy, pencil, calculator, may Allah bless you with your good results, guys. You're doing perfect. So kilometer per hour needs to be converted into meter per second. And I am going to take my favorite part, that is D. I am going to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. Yeah. So I've done one of the parts for your consideration. Now waiting for the answers in the chat box. Ayman, Bisma, Fatma Rizwan, Inash, Rabis, Rehan, Samir, Yash, Zainab. Waiting for your answers.
सर मैंने पोस्ट कर दिया.
Okay, let me see. Fatma, I cannot see your answers. I could see the answers of Shehbaz and Ammar in the chat box. Now Maheen has solved it as well. Again, yes, Rabis, I've got the answer of Rabis as well. Rabis, Ammar, Maheen, Shehbaz, Soha. Now waiting for more of you. Now, without wasting our time, let's move on to the next question, which is question number 3 over here. Now, the thing is, question number 3, you can see over here, it's a word problem, and it says the German submarine in the Singapore Navy is capable of attaining a speed of 16 nautical miles an hour. Given that 1 nautical mile is equivalent to 1.852 kilometers. Express the speed of German submarine in kilometer per hour. In kilometer per hour. So what are you going to do? Then first of all, you will convert 16 nautical miles into, that is given over here, that is given that 1 nautical mile is 1.852. So 16 multiply by 1.852 and the whole thing will be in kilometers. And then you will apply the formula. So how are we going to do this question? Let's take this question. Over here. Now, the German submarine in the Singapore Navy is capable of attaining a distance like this. So 1 nautical mile is 1.852 kilometers. So we need to find out that 16 nautical miles. So it will be 1.852 into 16 nautical miles an hour. And what will be the answer? When 1.852 multiplies by 16, so it is going to be 29.63 kilometer per hour. It will be 629.63 kilometer per hour. So our answer to the first part is mentioned over here. That is 29.63 kilometer per hour. And for the B part, we need to convert it into meter per second. So 29.63 when changes to meter per second. So it's like multiply by 1000 and divided by 3600. So zeros and zeros, they are cut. So it is going to be 296.3 divided by 36. And for that, you need to use a calculator. 296.3 divided by 36. And the answer is 8.23. It's 8.23 meter per second. Any confusion? Would like to ask any question here? Ji guys.
No, sir.
Okay. So it was an easy question. It was all about the German submarine in the Singapore Navy. So first of all, what we did, we converted nautical miles into kilometer and then 16 nautical miles into kilometers. Hour is the same because nautical miles an hour has been mentioned over here. It was not mentioned like 16 nautical miles a minute or a second. Then we had to convert it into hours. But it was already mentioned. So kilometer, we changed nautical miles into kilometer only. Hour was the same. And then we applied the formula of kilometer per hour to meter per second. And then we converted it and we found out our answer. Hope you understood it. Now the next question. Now the next question is question number 4 over here. And question number 4 is a little lengthy question. So you will, yeah. Now, question number 4 is a cyclist set out at 9 for a destination 40 kilometer away. He cycled at a speed of 15 kilometer until 10:30. Then he rested for half an hour before completing his journey at a speed of 20 kilometer per hour. Draw the distance time graph to represent the journey and use your graph to estimate the time at which the cyclist reached his destination. And now, before we do this question number 4, let us do question number 5 first. It's a very easy question. The Bionics infantry fighting vehicle developed by Singapore Army is capable of attaining a maximum speed of 70 km per hour. Express this speed in meter per second. Now, how will you do it? Question number 5. You just need to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. So I'm waiting for the answer. I'm waiting for the answer. 70 km per hour needs to be converted to meter per second. G. If you are writing the answers in the chat box, I'm going to check it. Otherwise, you can say it over here. No problem.
19.4 meter per second.
19.4 meter per second. 19.4 meter per second. Okay. Amar says the same. It means the answer is correct. 19.4 kilometer per hour when changes to meter per second, and we always multiply it with 1,000 and divide it by a 3,600, and that's it. So now we can take question number 4 over here. Now we can take question number 4 over here, and for question number 4, I am going to cut it in a decent way. So this is question number 4 here, and now I'm going to paste it here, and then I am going to take the remaining part of the question, and then I'm going to paste it over there as well. This, yes. And now you will be able to see it. Now, so how are we going to solve this question? A cyclist said, we'll make a rough diagram over here that this is Mr. Cyclist. Mr. Cyclist is here, and now we'll start. He started his journey at 9 in the morning. 9 in the morning for a destination that is 40 kilometers away. So the thing is, he cycled at a speed of 15 kilometer per hour, 15 kilometer per hour till 10:30. And I'm going to write it over here that 9 till 10:30. And the speed of the cycle was 15 kilometer per hour. This is the speed until 10:30. Then he rested for half an hour. Okay, this is the rest time. He took the rest for half an hour, that is 10:30 till 11, before completing his journey at a speed of 20 kilometer per hour. Then draw the distance time graph to represent the journey and use the graph to estimate the time. So we are now going to calculate this thing over here right now. So 9 till speed number 1 that is mentioned, which is 15 kilometer per hour. Total distance, it means the total distance is 40 kilometer. 40 kilometer. His speed number starting time, his starting time is 9 o'clock in the morning, and his speed, the first speed, it's 15 kilometer per hour, and then the second speed is 20 kilometer per hour. So I'm going to write speed number 2, second speed, which is 20 kilometer per hour. So I need to find out the time end for the journey. Okay? And now what I'm going to do, first of all, I am going to take the time of the whole thing which happened. So speed was 20 kilometer per hour, and already he cycled how much distance? Acha, if I take this as 1.5 hours, 9 till 10:30, 1.5 hours are already here. So it means if I apply the formula, so speed is 15. Okay, distance I don't know that how much distance he traveled out of 40 kilometers, cause his journey is 40 kilometers here, and the time he took was 1.5 hours, this over here. So I am going to find out the distance which he traveled from 9 till 10:30 out of 40. So distance is 15 into 1.5, and this distance is 22.5 kilometers. It means 40 minus 22.5 kilometers, and that is 17.5 kilometers. 17.5 kilometers is this one. And now I need to find out the time the time over from here till the end of the journey. He rested, and then the time, basically it's from here. Now, how will I find out the time? I know the speed, I know the distance, and I know the time. So speed, the second speed was 20 kilometers. Distance he has to travel is 17.5, and we don't know about this time, which is t over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write it like t is equals to 17.5 divided by 20. So what is 17.5 divided by 20? And that is 0.875 hours. 0.875 hours. And I don't know that what is 0.875 hours. So I am going to convert this 0.875 hours into minutes. Into minutes. So how will I convert hours into minutes? That is multiply by 60. So it means 52.5. 52.5 minutes. Now, the situation is clear over here. Mr. Cyclist, he started his journey at 9 in the morning, and after he sped for 15 kilometer per hour till 10:30, he covered a distance of 22.5 kilometers. Then he thought in his mind that he is very near to his destination, so he just has to go 17.5 kilometers. So he took a rest of half an hour. From 10:30 till 11, he rested. He took a rest, and then he forgot, or he thought in his mind that he is getting late for the journey, and he then spent 20 kilometer per hour to reach his journey 40 kilometers. So 40 minus 22.5 is 17.5, and the speed is distance over time. So 20 is the speed. Distance he has to travel is 17.5, and time he took was 0.875 hours, where I converted this hour time into minutes, that is 52.5 minutes. And now it means the journey, it started at 9, then he took rest till 10:30. Then 11 o'clock he started his journey, and it means 11 o'clock plus 52.5. It means 11:52 11:05 he exactly reached his destination. 11:52 and a half, it means 53rd minute was going to happen and he reached his destination. Now it says draw the distance time graph to represent the journey and use your graph to estimate the time in which the cyclist reached his destination as well. And you need to plot this thing on the graph. How will you do it? First of all, tell me, have you understood the question or is there any confusion in the question?
नहीं सर समझ आ गया.
So should I make the graph of it?
Yes, sir.
G. Okay. Now the thing is I am going to make the graph over here in this particular section. Yeah. So how will I do it? I'll take the straight line from here. Okay, bhai. This is it. And the next straight line over here. So now what will I do? I'll mark it as 0 here. This is 9 o'clock where the journey started, and then this is 10:30, and then this is 11 o'clock, and this is the time. So he started his journey at 9 in the morning. So the cyclist set out at 9 for the destination. So 9 o'clock is the time. It means he started his journey and then he went 15 kilometer per hour is the destination over here till 10:30. We can see it over here. Then he took a rest, and the rest is always a line like this. And then 11 o'clock, and from 11, and then we took out the time that is between 11 and 12. So I'm making it like 52.5, and he then ended his journey over here. This whole journey was of 40 kilometers. So this is how we are going to make the graph of it. So this is it. Understood? So this is the time and this is the distance. So distance time graph is mentioned in front of you guys. Hope you understood it. Any confusion or any question over here?
No.
Okay. So we are moving on to the next question. Amar, you understood it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ariba? Bisma? Bisma? Fatma Rizwan?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Okay. Inash?
Yes, sir.
Inash? Mahin?
जी सर.
Hamza?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Rehan? Rehan? Shehbaz?
Yes, sir.
Soha?
Yes, sir.
Samir? Samir? Yash? Zainab?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so fortunately, I have removed all the students who could not respond to the question. So I think this is the best way to teach. So question number 4 is done, and then question number 5 is also done, and question number 6 is now here. A motorist traveled for 2 hours on a muddy road at an average speed of 30 kilometer per hour. Then he traveled another 168 kilometer in 3 hours on a dual carriageway. And finally, he traveled 114 kilometer on an expressway at an average speed of 76 kilometer per hour. Calculate the distance he traveled on the muddy road, average speed on the dual carriageway, and time he spent on the expressway. A very huge question. And these type questions, they come in the examinations as well. So we are going to take this question from here and we are going to paste it on our working screen. Please do not hesitate to ask any question. If you do not understand anything, please ask it so that it can be taught to you again and again. I am here to answer your queries, not to look at the dummy people who sit over here and waste their time. So if you want to remain in the class, then you need to answer the queries. So a motorist traveled for 2 hours on a muddy road. So it means Mr. Motorist, if he is starting from here and constantly moving for 2 hours on a muddy road at an average speed of 30 kilometer per hour, for 2 hours he travels. Acha, they have not mentioned that when the journey started. Okay, it's not a problem. Then it's the first thing. Then muddy road, 30 kilometer per hour. Then he traveled another 168 kilometers. Now the distance is mentioned. Over here, they have given us the time and the speed. So distance is missing from here. And then he says traveled 168 kilometers. So distance this time is mentioned, that is 168 kilometers. Time is mentioned, that is 3 hours. That is over here, that is mentioned. And then the next part is finally he traveled 114. It means distance again is mentioned, that is 114 kilometers. Speed is also mentioned, that is 76 kilometer per hour. From here, the time is not mentioned. And over here, the speed is not mentioned. So you can see the question. Now in the part A, now in part A, this says distance he traveled on the muddy road. Guys, this one is the muddy road. I write it over here. This is the muddy road. Then from here till here, it is the dual carriageway, dual carriage. And from here onwards, this is the expressway. So now the question is clear. It says A part, and I'm going to write it over here. A part, distance is demanded. So we know the formula, that is speed is equals to distance over time. So on the muddy road, the speed is 30, distance is not given, and time is 2. So it means D is equals to 30 into 2, and that is a 60 kilometer distance was traveled over here. So muddy road distance is this one, and then the B part, average speed. So for the B part, average speed is mentioned on the dual carriageway. So speed is unknown, and we again know the formula, that is speed is equals to distance over time. So speed is unknown, where the distance is 168 kilometers and time is 3. So if I find out the speed, it is 3 5s are 15 and 3 6s are 18. So that is 56 kilometer per hour. This is it. And time he spent on the expressway. So I'm going to write it like this. So time is unknown, and we again know that the formula is speed is equals to distance over time, where time is equals to distance over speed. So for the time, distance is 114 kilometers and speed is 76. 114 divided by 76 is 1.5 hours. You can see that the question has been completed. Any queries of anyone?
No.
G. So we have solved the question in a very decent way. We gave you a rough diagram, and then we figured out the question in this way. So this is how they give you the question in the examination. You just need to look at the data and then interpret a rough figure for that, and then your formulas should be very strong in your mind, and then you work on it. Remember to use calculator where you cannot find out the answer yourself, like I used it in the very last step, 114 divided by 76. If I try it with the mental maths, it will be a difficult thing. So in order to cancel both the numbers with the same number, so it is going to consume a lot of time. So there you can use the calculator then and there, and then you can take the advantage of it. So this was question number 6. We have done 6 questions so far, guys. So I just want to ask, is there anything being generated in your minds for kinematics till now? Do you understand what
Yes, sir.
sort of questions are there and how to solve them?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Because you gave me this choice so that I took it, and then now I am teaching you the questions over here. So now here comes question number 7. Question number 7 is a very good question, and you will definitely say for every question, sir says the same thing, that it's a very good question. But this basically is a very good question. So it says a bicycle wheel of diameter 70 centimeter is turning at 5 revolutions per second. Find the speed of a point on the rim of the wheel, giving your answers in kilometer per hour, where you need to take pi as 3.142. So 3.142, okay, no problem for us. You need to know that they have asked for the speed, and we know the formula for speed, that is distance over time. That is distance over time. So over here, if you look at this picture, you will come to know that what are they demanding. This is the wheel of a bicycle, and the diameter is mentioned. It's the center point, and the diameter is mentioned, that is 70 centimeter, is turning at 5 revolutions per second. 5 revolutions per second. It means the question is centimeter per second. Convert centimeter per second into kilometer per hour. Do you understand it, guys? This is how they are asking you a question. So A bicycle wheel of 70 centimeter is turning at 5 revolutions per second. ठीक है भाई? And now you need to find it out in the way. So if we talk about one revolution, do you know what is a revolution? Revolution is this part, that this part of the cycle, which is the wheel, it touches the earth. So when this particular part, if say this particular part goes and touch the earth and come back to its position, it is one revolution. It is one revolution. And they are saying that it rotated 5 times in a second. In 1 second, it rotated 5 times. It means the formula to find out the speed on the point will be mentioned as, first of all, we'll write it like this. One revolution is 2 pi r. Do you understand? While the tire touches the earth, completes one revolution, it means a completed one circumference. And over here, one revolution. So what are we going to do for 5 revolutions? For 5 revolutions, we are going to write it like 5 into 2 pi r. So 5 is here. 2 into what have they given for pi? 3.142. So you need to take the whole value, where 70 centimeter is mentioned as the diameter. So what are you going to do? You are going to half it to take the radius like this. So you have to calculate it in the way 5 into 2 into 3.142 into 35, and that is, the answer is 1099.7. 1099.7. And what are we going to do? 1099.7. Yes. So it says a bicycle wheel of diameter 70 centimeter is turning at 5 revolutions per second. Find the speed of a point of the wheel, giving your answers in kilometer per hour. So for 5 revolutions, we have found out that 1099.7 is happening over here. And what are we going to do? G. Now, can anyone tell me that what is going to happen from here right now? जी guys,
किलोमीटर पर आवर में चेंज करेंगे ना?
इसको अब किलोमीटर पर आवर में हमें चेंज करना है सर, लेकिन उससे पहले इन्होंने जो हमसे ये स्पीड वाला जो मामला अभी करवाया है, ये वाला हमारे पास, तो इसमें हमारे पास क्या चीज आ गई है? एक मिनट, इसमें bicycle wheel of diameter 70 centimeter is turning at 5 revolutions per second. ठीक है जनाब, पर सेकंड हमारे पास आ गया है ये। तो हमारे पास 1099.7 सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड हमारे पास हमारा जवाब आ गया है। तो इसे अब हम क्या करें? कन्वर्ट कर दें किलोमीटर पर आवर में। तो जरा कन्वर्ट कीजिएगा भाई साहब जरा। 1099.7 सबसे पहले आपने करना है क्या है? सेंटीमीटर को किलोमीटर में ले जाने के लिए क्या करेंगे? आपके पास कन्वर्जन लिखी हुई है यूं, किलोमीटर से मीटर, देन सेंटीमीटर, देन मिलीमीटर। ठीक है, अगर किलोमीटर से मीटर में जाते हैं, देन सेंटीमीटर, देन मिलीमीटर, सो इट इज मल्टीप्लाई बाय 1000, इट इज मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 एंड इट इज मल्टीप्लाई बाय 10। ठीक है, एंड ओवर हियर वी आर मूविंग फ्रॉम सेंटीमीटर टू किलोमीटर नाउ। जरा फाइंड आउट करके बताइएगा फाइनल आंसर क्या आ रहा है। जी गाइस, सबसे पहले आप एक आसान काम ये कर सकते हैं इसमें कि इस सेंटीमीटर को अगर आप मीटर्स में ले जाएं, भाई ये सेंटीमीटर पे आ रहा है ना आपके पास, आप इसको अगर मीटर में लेके जाएंगे तो क्या होगा, यहाँ पे रिवर्स ऑर्डर में ये सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड से ये मीटर पर सेकंड में आ जाएगा। ये देखिए, ये हमारे पास अभी आ रहा था सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड से, अब जब हमने इसको डिवाइड बाय 100 कर लिया है तो हमारे पास अब ये आंसर आ रहा है 10.997। और 10.997 को आप अप्रोक्सीमेटली ले लें 11 मीटर पर सेकंड। अब अप्रोक्सीमेटली यूं ले लें इसको 11 मीटर पर सेकंड, और इस 11 मीटर पर सेकंड को आप कन्वर्ट कर लें किसमें, किलोमीटर पर आवर में। तो आपको तरीकेकार बताया है कि भाई मीटर पर सेकंड जब किलोमीटर पर आवर में जाएगा तो क्या काम होगा, 11 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 3600 डिवाइडेड बाय 1000। तो आपके ये 2 जीरो से ये तो यहाँ कैंसिल हो गए, और उसके बाद ये 11 इंटू 3.6 बना, बल्कि हाँ 2 जीरो कैंसिल हुए हैं, देन 11 इंटू 3.6 आप बना लें और आपका आंसर आ जाता है 39.6 किलोमीटर पर आवर। ठीक है जी जनाब, जी जनाब, ये देखा आपने।
जी सर।
तो 39.6 हमारे पास, देखें काम बहुत हमारे पास आसान सा था। इसमें काम ये था कि 70 सेंटीमीटर टर्निंग एट 5 रेवोल्यूशंस पर सेकंड इन्होंने कह दिया, और हमारे पास ये क्वेश्चन उन्होंने कर दिया है सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड में। ये हमारे पास सेंटीमीटर पर सेकंड आ गया था, हमने इससे अपनी आसानी के लिए क्या किया, एसआई यूनिट में लिया है मीटर पर सेकंड में। तो सेंटीमीटर जाहिर सी बात है मीटर में जब जाएगा तो डिवाइडेड बाय 100 होगा, यानी कि जब ये रिवर्स ऑर्डर चलता है तो यहां पर मिलीमीटर सेंटीमीटर में जाने के लिए 10 से डिवाइड, सेंटीमीटर व्हेन चेंजेस टू मीटर्स डिवाइडेड बाय 100, एंड व्हेन मीटर चेंजेस टू किलोमीटर इट डिवाइड्स बाय 1000। सो दिस इज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू फाइंड आउट द आंसर्स। ठीक है, 39.6 किलोमीटर पर आवर। मजीद क्वेश्चंस करने हैं गाइस या यहाँ पे स्टॉप हो जाए, क्या कहते हैं?
और बस कर दें।
बस कर दें भाई, आप लोगों ने खुद मुझे चॉइस दी थी दैट वी वांटेड टू स्टडी काइनेमेटिक्स। तो काइनेमेटिक्स के लिए आई नो दैट अ लॉट ऑफ ब्रेन इज कंज्यूम्ड, और मेनी ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर डीलिंग विद दिस टॉपिक फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम, उनके लिए थोड़ा सा होता है प्रॉब्लम। फेस टू फेस में इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता इसको पढ़ने में जितना ऑनलाइन में इसके साथ मामलात रखने पड़ते हैं, बिकॉज आई ऑलरेडी मेंशन दैट यू नीड टू हैव योर कैलकुलेटर्स और पेन और पेंसिल, सब चीजें होनी चाहिए। सो दिस इज वेयर आई एम गोइंग टू एंड माय लेक्चर